4 people are without a home after a late-night apartment fire Sunday at University Village Apartments in DeKalb. Firefighters responded around midnight and found a fire under an oven that spread through the first floor and second floor walls. Crews contained the fire within 30 minutes with no reports of injuries. Investigators say a failed heat source probably is what caused the fire. The blaze caused an estimated $25,000 in damage and did leave the apartment uninhabitable.